The first half of 2025, it just came and went. Where to go? Where to go? It genuinely feels like 2025 should just calm the frick down. But since it's not, we're just gonna talk about the best 10 TV shows of 2025 so far. Yellow, my little filmer dudes, my name is Montero. Thank you for joining me in my journey to watch every TV show ever created. Not really, but we are going to get close. Now, this is my list. So this is more of a favorites list because it's based on my tastes, how I personally connected with the show, what I personally look for in a show, and frankly, what ends up being my favorite regardless of minuscule flaws. Also, I'm not rich. I don't have all of the streaming services. In fact, I even canceled Paramount Plus after my accidental 1-year subscription, mainly because Paramount Plus sucks. But also, time and money. Paramount Plus just wasn't worth mine. Additionally, I don't have Apple TV Plus either, though I am looking to fix that soon. So here are the TV shows that I have yet to watch and that might make my list at the end of the year. Severance, The Pitt, Department Q, The Studio, Murderbot, Your Friends and Neighbors, Squid Game, and Stranger Things. And that's 8? That's 8 shows that either have yet to come out or that I've yet to watch. But that's 8. So my list at the end of the year very much might possibly will change. But to give you a reference so far, as of the end of June 26, 2025, I have seen 54 2025 TV shows, including some docu-series that were like 3 episodes, so I mean, kind of cheating, kind of not. And a total of 75 overall TV shows from different years. It seems like a lot, and it is even for me, but I guess the trade-off is I haven't been watching a lot of movies this year. It's just not been a very good movie year, I suppose. I don't know. It's been a rough year personally as well. TV is my medicine. But in any case, let's get on with the best 10 TV shows. Rather, my favorite 10 TV shows of 2025 so far. Coming in at number 10 is Will Trent Season 3. Honestly, I didn't think that Will Trent could ever be as good as Season 2 was, but it turns out Season 3 didn't just run, it sprinted. And I think it was only able to do this because of its slightly extended season. Season 1 had 13 episodes, Season 2 had only 10 episodes, and Season 3 had 18. That's a lot of episodes. Because of this, I feel that each character was able to have an adequate and appropriate amount of dedicated screen time, setting up their obstacles and what they would overcome this season, and setting up for Season 4. Honestly, the dedication between the actors and the showrunners and the writers, it was all fantastic television. I was blown away. It was incredible. But I do think that the show had a perfect season finale around episode 14, but then the season just kept going, which was fine because it was setting up Season 4, so I'll allow it. But the rest, like I said, was incredible. But I wanted Will Trent to at least appear somewhere on this list at least once for the year, and it made it at number 10. Coming at number 9 is Dying for Sex. Now, I do have a video review for this one, so please check that out for my full thoughts on this show, but this surprised me. It honestly took a few episodes for it to fully grasp me, I'll be honest, but it ultimately blew me away by the end once it broke all of my expectations, or rather my predispositions. I'll admit I had some predispositions about the show, and I'm glad they were all shattered. Truly, Dying for Sex is likely Michelle Williams' best work to date, and this show and her will likely get a ton of nominations and will get a lot of award recognitions this award season. Coming in at number 8 is Abbott Elementary Season 4, another show of which I have a video review. I do think that this season is the best season that they've had to date, and I do think that Abbott Elementary is just going to keep getting better with each passing season. It's at that point where it's finally found that tone that most sitcoms usually find around season 4, season 5, and the next few seasons are going to be some of the best comedy, some of the best antics we will have ever gotten from Abbott Elementary. It's going to be a few years. Just you watch. Coming in at number 7 is Poker Face Season 2. Now, this one is a little bit of a cheat because at the time of this recording, there's only 10 of 12 episodes released. So, the last 2 episodes could really change the outcome of the final outcome of my feelings. But for now, I'm personally enjoying it, and I'm a murder mystery type of guy, so this is obviously going to make one of my spots on this list. Natasha Lyonne returns as the human lie detector Charlie Cale in Poker Face Season 2. Now, Season 1 was really good, but I wasn't fully convinced yet that it would be as good as Monk or Columbo, other How Catch 'em detective shows. Well, Poker Face Season 2 very quickly cements its place alongside these other detective shows. And it's weird because Charlie Cale isn't necessarily a detective. She's just a person with a strong moral code and who has the ability to tell when someone is telling the truth or lying. She's also got a little bit of a rebel in her, so she's literally me. I watch her and I'm like, she's living the life that I want to live. Oh my gosh, I'm so jealous. Poker Face, however, is more than just a murder mystery, which in turn screams Rian Johnson, of whom I'm personally a fan, so I have no complaints to very little complaints, honestly. There's one episode that I just don't really like, but overall the season is nearly perfect in my opinion. It's just we have 2 more episodes left at the time of this recording, so this is the only reason why it's this low on this list, so please go watch it. It's so good. Coming in at number 6 is Adolescence. Now, the only reason why this isn't higher on my list is because I genuinely feel I have to rewatch this show again to have a better assessment of the show. When I first watched it, I love what we got, but I'm still unsure of how I feel about the presentation of the facts. I genuinely thought what we were doing was more of a mystery drama than this is what happened, this is analysis of the issues, and I'm presenting it in a fantastic way. However, for myself, I feel as though we might have needed at least 1 more episode, or maybe perhaps keep the answer of whether he did it or not at the very end, because that's kind of what confused me, whether or not they knew, whether or not the family knew that, or whether or not anybody in the show knew the son did it, because I thought that's what the show was going to be about, figuring out whether or not the son did it. But it turns out they give you that answer right away. So I was just a little bit confused by the end. So I didn't really have that emotional impact because I had a different mindset while watching it. So it definitely warrants a second viewing with a new mindset, with the mindset that it deserves to be viewed, because the cinematography, the acting, everything in the show is phenomenal. I just need to observe the writing just a little bit more once more, but it really does deserve all of the awards that it's going to get. This is another one that's going to appear a lot in the awards seasons. Coming in at number 5 is Tires Season 2. Now, I actually watched Season 2 twice. It's that good. Should I be worried that I relate a lot with Shane? Maybe, but I think I'm funny, and apparently so do a lot of people. Tire Season 2 is a huge step up from Season 1, which I only gave an 8.4, I want to say. It was a good start, but I feel like it was holding itself back. It wasn't committing as hard as I believed that it could be, and Season 2 commits it commits. Season 2 is that perfect balance between incredibly unabashed but respectful humor mixed with classic sitcom elements. So yeah, the best of pretty much all of the worlds. 12 episodes for a Netflix show. This is what I'm talking about. If you have shorter episodes, give us 12 episodes, because anything less isn't enough. Anything more than 12 is fine, but 12 to 13 is that sweet spot for half-hour shows, i.e. 30 minutes or less. And Tires perfectly employed this for its second season. Genuinely, this might be the best comedy of the year. It's my type of show, so I don't know. I might watch season 2 again. Oh no, my lumbar, no. Coming in at number 4 is Andor season 2. Now, I made a video for this one as well, and it's kind of interesting. We've got Poker Face, we've got Tires, we've now got Andor, all whose seasons 1 were kind of just all right with me, now returning this year with banging second seasons. I still can't stop thinking about Andor season 2 and the Gorman massacre. That's incredible. I gotta hand it to Tony Gilroy for having made such a gift to Star Wars, but it's just so disheartening to see so many people just write this off because of a poor season 1. I understand if it's not your thing. Go watch another project from Star Wars. There's Ahsoka, there's Skeleton Crew, there's the original movies and the prequels and the sequels. There's so much in Star Wars for you to enjoy if Andor's not your thing. But if you're writing off season 2 because season 1 was boring and it sucked, trust me, I know. I know. I even rewatched season 1 in preparation for season 2 because I couldn't remember anything from season 1 because season 1 was so freaking boring. And guess what? It was a chore the second time around as well. But the thing is, Andor season 1 really is a lot better the second time through. It is slow and it is a lot of convenient writing, but it's all completely worth it once you get to the end of season 2 of Andor. My goodness, season 2 is a gift. It really is such a gift. That first arc is a little silly in retrospect, but the rest is cinematic perfection. Coming in at number 3 is Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I didn't make just one video, I made many videos for Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Now I can hear a lot of you nerds, it's okay, I am a nerd also, screaming at me, you put Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man over Andor. Yes? What can I say? I mean, I'm a little bit of a Spider-Man fan, you could say. Don't get me wrong, Star Wars gets a close second. I love Star Wars. Star Wars is amazing. Star Wars is awesome. Love me a good Star Wars. But come on, Spider-Man. Now listen, I genuinely thought that Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man was going to be absolute ass, but boy was I pleasantly wrong. So wrong that if you've seen my MCU Phase 5 ranked by excitement video, you'll know that I put Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man dead last. I had no interest. I wasn't going to do anything with it at all. I said, nope, I'm not reviewing this crap. It's not going to be good. The premise wasn't good. The art style didn't look good. Nothing about this looked good at all. But let this be a lesson with you that even if you hear about leaks and the leaks might sound like garbage, the product might end up being fantastic. But the leaks is how I figured out about the twist in the origin for that spider, because we all assumed one thing and it wasn't. Again, go watch my theory, go watch my videos. I had a great time with this, but deservingly so. And I genuinely think that this show, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, is one of the best, if not the best, origin story adaptation for Peter Parker that I've ever seen. It's crazy. There's just a few nitpicks, just a couple, not really much, but I really don't care because the writing in this is just so good. Coming in at number 2 is Big Boys Season 3. And of course, I have a video for Big Boys Season 3. And I'll be honest, in that review, I kind of treat it as more of a series review because a whole series is out. 3 seasons, 6 episodes each. Bring many tissue boxes. It's on Hulu, but bring many tissue boxes. You will cry. I did, and I loved it. Honestly, I super relate with Jack so much so that it's me. I look at Jack, I'm like, look, that is me. Because I also went to college close to the time that he went to college, a couple years apart, but still around that time. I too am a writer. I too was trying to figure myself out as one does, and his situation was very similar to mine. So where other shows have come out this year, like Overcompensating, which is also a very fantastic show, it's very funny, and it really should be the show that I should be looking towards and saying, wow, look, it's finally me. But I'm not, because I see more of my own self in Jack opposed to seeing my own self in Benny. Some, but not a lot, as much as I do in Jack. And I think I might be the writing thing, I don't know, but I mean, writers gotta stick together. Plus, you are never gonna find writing as good as Big Boys nowadays anymore. This is truly a pure masterclass in how to write and produce a TV show. It's right there, right on Hulu for everyone to enjoy. This is likely not going to change for the remainder of the year. I'm just going to say this right here, right now. The Residence is my favorite show of this year so far. Again, could change, probably won't change. Is this show perfect in every single aspect? Probably not, but the fact that this show not only got me good, which is very hard to do, but it did so leaving me saying, oh man, I should have seen that from the very beginning. Every good mystery makes you look back and say, oh, just like a old-timey cartoon character. Plus, this show is riddled with homages and references to other great mysteries, making this show two things in my book. The first being a freaking secret adaptation of Clue without being a direct adaptation of Clue. It's mind-blowing when you think about it. If you've seen the show and you start thinking about the format, the way things were done and conducted, it's wow, that's crazy. And second, this show is nothing more than a love letter, a giant love letter to every and all murder mysteries. And it does so in a way that is so elegant, so honoring of other murder mysteries. And it's just, I don't know. It's once you see that big picture, suddenly all of those flaws that you had, all of those little tiny nitpicks become a necessary part of the overall bigger picture. And that is crazy, because that in turn makes this show perfect. Again, incredible for a show to take its nitpicks and flaws and retroactively make them not flaws. That's crazy. I have no complaints about this whatsoever. If you're not into murder mysteries, you may not like this show, but the way that this show is presented in a way that, again, it's both for those who may not enjoy it, may not fully grasp information, so they give you all the information right then and there, but it also keeps you on your toes, like, who freaking did it? It got me. It got me. Was I a little frustrated that it got me? Of course, but that's a good sign of a good murder mystery, because I looked at the things and I said, oh my gosh, I do remember that. I do remember seeing all of those clues being trickled and being like, maybe, but no. It's oh my gosh. The Residence in of itself being a love letter to murder mysteries is incredible. That is Cordelia Cup, the best detective in the world, mind you. I also saw myself a lot in Cordelia Cup. Oh my gosh, it is about time that a murder mystery makes my number one. And hopefully, and I say this with almost full confidence, I don't think The Residence is going to be debunked or dethroned from its number one until the end of the year. But who knows? We'll see. I'm excited. What is your list? Let me know down in the comments below. What are some shows that I need to watch that might maybe make my list? I know there's a lot of shows that made people's lists, kind of made my worst list, but that's fine. That's the human race and human society for you. Differing opinions and differing perspectives. I personally love it. Let me know your lists in the comments below. My social media links are in the description below, and I will see you next time. You've just been Montified.